Arknights.
Now Crow is being cryptic. Why didn't he just tell us what exactly happened at the reconstruction headquarters?
I don't know. Mr. Crow is a committed and decisive leader who usually clarifies things. But this time, Endman, we should head over, just in case.
Ah, you're here.
Mr. Crow, your message said you had a problem, but you seem to be...
Seem to be a little too relaxed, right? I asked my apprentice to send that message. He probably exaggerated the matter a little. We did run into a few issues, and I thought they could handle the problems on their own. But...
They? You're talking about...
Dean and Clavel. We couldn't get in touch with them for an entire day.
What?
I don't care what they're doing. What I care about is work being affected at the HQ. I did give them the geological probe construction project, but that doesn't mean I want them to keep asking you for assistance. Someone must carry the torch of the UWST. The disaster scientist, Miss Ardelia. She has already provided plenty of help. But current progress of the probe is worrying, and the two lads went missing. I have no choice but to request your support.
They may be in danger. Aren't you worried about that?
I got too many things to worry about. Dean and Clavel should stop treating themselves as apprentices. They must learn to be responsible for their own actions.
I understand. Endman, let's head over there and see if we can find any clues.
Oh. Phew.
Oh, it's you! I was so scared. I thought I was gonna die here.
You distracted the Angloid long enough on your own. You should count yourself super lucky.
That's true. Well, thank you for saving my life. Once again.
Dean told us you were here. He's worried about you.
What by Talos were you doing? Do you know how dangerous the Angoloi are? If you want to distract them, I should be the one doing it. Do you know self-defense? Do you even know how to dodge incoming attacks? I should never have brought you along. You're better off staying at the HQ and copying numbers off the dials.
What nonsense are you talking about? If I hadn't come along, those Angoloi would have killed you. I came along because I feared you'd mess things up. And guess what? You almost did, my blight-brained genius. I kept telling you to consider the possible risks and get prepped for them, but you never listened.
That's enough for now, boys. You're just both worried about each other. Let's call it quits and shake hands, okay?
Well, the dude usually avoids dangerous stuff. But this time he went crazy and almost got himself killed. I don't know if he's gonna do that again.
As long as they force me to team up with the least reliable partner in history, You can bet it's gonna happen again.
Everyone's here. No one's hurt, I hope.
Ardelia? I'm surprised you came.
I heard that you were looking for our 2 project leads, so I got a little worried they might run into trouble in the wilderness. I'm so glad you're here to help out.
So the main problem this time was...
I need you 2 to promise me no more running into dangerous trouble, okay?
Alright. Okay.
Good. Since everyone's safe, I don't think we have other problems to worry about. Let's head back right away. Mr. Crow hasn't seen you around for the entire day. Oh, he's so angry. His beard is literally quivering with fury.
Yeah. Better head back right now. We'll talk later.
You're right.
Mr. Crow always worries about these 2. They'll start arguing over the smallest things.
Really? I thought Mr. Crow had already grown used to their endless bickering.
That's not true. They're Mr. Crow's top apprentices. The old man is secretly working hard to give them the training they need. I'm just glad that nobody's hurt. Anyway, it's getting late. We should be heading back as well.
Wait. I thought this energy supply plant failed and couldn't work.
What's going on? What are you looking at?
The large geological probe is an energy guzzler. The energy supply plant we originally designed couldn't get the thing working properly.
That's why we took the risks and headed outside to salvage the new energy supply units. But how? The probe is actually working properly.
Well, it seems like our approach was actually correct. Or maybe you did something. What variable did you tweak?
I didn't tweak anything. I thought it started working because you swapped out a core component.
Let's just ignore that for now. Work has piled up in our absence. Now that the probe is finally running, we should start our jobs.
Not so fast. I gotta run a stability test.
So, what really happened?
Since it seems we've solved the energy issue, we can initiate the next phase of the geological probe construction project.
Endfield Industries. Pleased to meet you. Someone else? No, esteemed Endman. I've been managing this contract since the very beginning. My name is Alexander, and I work at the Business and Sales Department of Erickson Trading House. This is my business card. Esteemed Endman, seeing your regal bearing and aura of leadership, I'm sure our deal will be successfully concluded today. Hartman? I, don't think I've heard about him before. What, that actually happened? My esteemed Endman, fortunately you have observant eyes. That man is a scammer. Signing his bogus contract would be a mistake that cannot be salvaged. You must have been too busy to keep yourself updated with the latest news. A notorious scammer recently made his way into Valley 4. He's now disguised as a corporate agent and has swindled plenty of honest businesses. Think about it, esteemed Endman. The Enfield Zipline Suite has not been formally revealed to the market. Only agents most experienced in the transport business would sniff it out, right? I'm not painting your product in a bad light, but zipline systems are marked with high initial costs. Everyone is cautious, initial bids would tend to be more conservative. Unless, of course, we're talking about a corporate spy who knows everyone else's bottom line. His bid would be too good to be true. His only aim is to get your signature on the bogus contract. Anything like a verification key is a total fake. He might even create a shell company just to win your trust. And once you deliver the goods, he disappears with all your money and leaves you with nothing. You're lucky this hasn't happened to you.
Wait, did you run into the scammer as well?
Ah, I've heard plenty of stories about that scammer. People got scammed out of their goods and orders. What is happening to our world? Business is tough enough already, and now a fraud has decided to join the show. People are gonna hold on to their money. It'd be damn near impossible to make a proper deal.
Well met, good sir. I take it that you're in business and sales as well?
Oh, just passing by, you know, just passing by. Heard you talking about the fraud, so I had to give my 2 cents. Don't take my word for it, though. So, my friend and my fellow negotiator, I'm Hans, and I'm trying to get some deals going as well. Seems fate has brought us all together. Here's my card, and here's one for you too. I represent a small business, and I really hope we don't have to deal with these scammers.
You see, esteemed Endman? I'm not the only one worried about scammers. Now that we have a contract, I suppose we can have it formally signed at your office.
Inman! I made it in time. Don't sign that contract, Inman. Don't trust this guy, Inman. He's no employee of Ericsson. Well, well, Alexander. Top sales executive of a big company. Never expected you to steal my identity. How despicable! Wait, what? He called me a scammer? I'll show you. Look, Endman, my leg still carries the wound from yesterday. A criminal cheat wouldn't let his leg get cut up like this, right?
Maybe you and your cronies did it for sympathy points.
Why, you... I'm gonna... Endman, I have my company's handy term right here. I'll show you our list of employees. Nobody in Ericsson is called Alexander.
Fine. If things have come to this, playing this game no longer serves any purpose. I'll just be honest with you, Administrator. I did use a few business tricks to secure a meeting with you. But this is part and parcel for anyone who wants to make the killer deal. Business can be cruel and merciless. Don't let this get to your head, Hartman. I didn't plan to keep you in the dark, esteemed Endman. If things went my way, we would already be seated in your office going over the details of the deal, but Hartman's sudden appearance interrupted my efforts.
My sudden appearance? You're the criminal here, Alexander!
I might look like the bad guy now, Administrator, but this isn't as simple as it looks. Perhaps you haven't heard about the situation at Ericsson Trading House? Endman, I'm actually an agent representing Clavis TGCC Trading. Clavis is far superior in terms of size, professionalism, and market share. We are way better than Ericsson, a small-timer known for defaulting on their final payments. A contract with Clavis is definitely something you can trust. Very observant, Endman.
but that's no reason for you to dress up as an Erickson agent. Endman, don't trust this Alexander. Tons of folks in the TGCC call him the Viper. And Clavis isn't as good as he describes.
Well, I must confess that I was desperate. I know the bid from Clavis won't get us into the final round, but I refuse to give up. Rest assured, this is my personal doing and has nothing to do with my company. Consider it my mistake for failing to secure more resources for this deal. But I see true potential in this product. That said, you should realize that it's quite revolutionary, and our market may not be ready to embrace it. I've assured my higher-ups that this product will sell. But you know how slowly large companies move? They took too long to decide and missed the window to offer a better bid. This is why I decided to approach you under a separate identity. The aim is to get me a chance to approach you about this new opportunity. I'm definitely not a scammer.
Well, Endman, don't let this man mislead you. Erickson is small, but your product will be the star of our next season's catalog. Our finances are healthy enough to achieve the expected sales.
Really? I heard Erickson shut down several offices just last week. And for your information, Endman, Clavis has taken over the offices they closed.
Endman, buying out the competition is Clavis's strategy. They even include it in their annual general meetings. I'm guessing Clavis is buying your zipline sales plan just to pave the way for their lousy counterfeit. My company is completely committed to your zipline suite. It is Erickson's golden opportunity to open up a new market.
Every large company does that. Media coverage is designed to generate sensation and influence stock prices. These are just standard fluctuations. It's nothing to worry about.
Standard fluctuations? What about your recent massive layoffs? Are those standard too?
Well, change brings about life. No one survives by sticking to the same old ways. This only proves that Clavis is a dynamic company. Clavis is a name you can trust. In any case, we're far better than some financially distressed small-timer trying to cut off loose ends everywhere.
Why, we are not financially distressed. We're just changing our corporate focus. A directional adjustment, that's all.
Well said. On behalf of Clavis TGCC Trading, I shall provide you with a new contract.
Oh.
My own 2 cents, Endman. Erickson is a rickety shack, but Clavis isn't any better.
Wait, why are you cutting in like that?
Think about it, Administrator. A deal with a small company is like making a bet. But a deal with a giant is a swim in deep waters. Maybe Clavis is just baiting you into a bigger scheme. That's just my personal take on this. But should you restart the bidding process, do give me a call. I represent Mendes Manufacturing. We also took part in the last bidding, remember? It's always better to have more options, right?
Do you think, Endman? All right. We'll update the files today and discuss this tomorrow. I'll tell the agents of our potential partners to come back then. These are the pieces of evidence we've gathered so far. Hartman's employee ID, Alexander's document holder. Endman, don't you think this document holder is a little too old? Clavis TGCC Trading actually updated their corporate logo early this year. But this particular document holder is printed with the old logo from last year. Alexander said he recently took this contract from his company. If that were true, the contract should be presented with the latest document holder.
I also saw something suspicious. I noticed wounds on Alexander as well.
Was he also attacked by landbreakers?
The wounds look more like lacerations. I don't think he was attacked by anyone. I saw him nearby a couple of times. If it's too much for you, I can go and shadow him.
I got a question too. Did any of you see Alexander's employment ID? Hartman's got one from his company. I'd assume Alexander has one too?
From what Alexander told us, he probably plans to show us his ID after he's ready to tell us the truth.
Aw, I just thought that I found something.
Chen raised a pretty good point. I actually asked Alexander about his ID after our last meeting. He said he lost it and they're making a new one. That's where the problem lies. Employees need their employee pass or ID to log into the Clavis TGCC Trading intranet.
He's not pretending to be someone from Ericsson. He's pretending to be someone from Clavis. Ha ha ha! I knew I was smart.
Just to be safe, we should return to the site of our previous negotiations and look around for any clues we might have missed.
Scan and see where they lead. The nearby footprints are a mess. Perhaps he came back here yesterday to look for something.
This should be Alexander's vehicle. The dashcam looks undamaged. Let's see if it contains any useful clues.
He was a Clavis employee, and Hans wasn't just an ordinary passerby. And that recording tells me that Alexander was part of the attack on Hartman. But he doesn't sound like the one who organized the attack. Someone else was giving him orders.
I've submitted clues and intel collected from the site to Fiona. Our tech people will analyze them and share their findings with us.
Let's head back to where Hartman was attacked and see if we can find anything.
We have results from the analysis. I sent the data on the crossbow bolt and coordinates to our ballistics expert, Mr. Krad. He calculated the bolt trajectory and triangulated the sniper's firing position. I'm syncing the data to you right now.
My guesses are right. The Landbreakers did not fire the crossbow bolt used in the attack on Hartman.
We might not like the Landbreakers very much, but they probably didn't do this. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes. Someone specifically disguised themselves as Landbreakers. We should search the sniper's firing position. Perhaps we'll figure out who's pulling the strings.
Whoever did this, they better start praying that I don't get my hands on them. Because I hate people who bully the weak.
Firing position. Try activating your scanner, Endman.
It seems the truth has finally been revealed.
Let me see. Mendez Manufacturing? Sounds really familiar to me. Hey! Isn't that the third dude in the negotiations? Hans? I knew this was no mere coincidence. Talos-II is a big place, you know. Yet somehow all 4 parties involved with the deal showed up at that weird isolated place. Yeah, we got a team of 4 people as well, but you know what I mean, Perlica.
According to the recordings, someone from Mendes sent Hans. And apparently, he's not even a real sales agent. We should study potential conflicts of interest. Chasing a messy trail of clues may be tiresome, but conflicts are never coincidental.
We know for certain that Hans is from Mendes Manufacturing, and they planned the attack on Hartman. Their aim was to let Alexander carry out his plans. I believe the time has come to settle our accounts. Greetings, everyone. We've acquired some information.
You searched my car? Do you have a warrant? I'll take you to court!
Wow! Did the legendary Viper get the boot? Who would have thought? And I was wondering why you're out here in the frontiers trying to steal my puny deal. Justice has been served. Cartel agents like you had your way in the band. You bullied small-timers like us and nabbed our deals. The layoff is exactly what you deserve. What? Are you crying? Oh, come on, man. I only said a few harsh words.
I'm sorry, I really need to get this deal. If I pull this off, I might... I'm out of options, Administrator. You might as well kill me here. I can't even face my family anymore. I know I've stepped on many toes with the way I do things. You were my victim as well, Hartman. I'm already being punished. I'm facing my retribution. I just want Papa to wake up again. Just help him live and I'll do anything for you. Anything, I swear.
Oh.
People like me, we've probably been left in the dust by the changing times. The old practice we once used no longer works in the TGCC. Corporations are all about efficiency, civility, and etiquette nowadays, but I'm just a low-level thug who collects rents on the streets. But I refuse to give up. Just help me out this time, please. Help me survive this.
Why, tell us, Alexander. You weren't supposed to expose us.
Well, we actually found all this out on our own. I hope that makes you feel better.
Whatever. I haven't lost anything from this. My aim is to prevent Ericsson from securing this deal, and it seems I've achieved my goal. Of course, it would be the icing on the cake if I were to get the cut myself. Either way, we demonstrated both our commitment and initiative, Endfield. Perhaps you should consider signing a contract with Mendes, huh? Am I the only one laughing? Suit yourself. I'll be taking my leave.
What? Are we really letting him run away like that? He's like the worst guy in this entire deal.
We have crucial evidence. If we submit a report to the TGCC, Mendes Manufacturing will lose people's trust and become discredited. The influence of TGCC covers the entirety of the Civilization band. Everyone knows what being discredited means.
Of course he had to run. Dallied a bit longer, and he'd never get away.
Yeah. Our company might need a while to straighten things out. Sorry, Endman. I wasn't being entirely truthful with you. Ericsson has problems, and a single contract won't turn things around for us. So I found peace with myself. If you decide to drop us, I guess I wouldn't be too upset. And I won't blame you for anything.
Huh? But you've put so much effort into this deal.
I saw what happened to the Viper, and I felt that no one should be forced to go to such extremes. This is just another job, and I stopped caring about winning. I spent days driving up and down the place, and what did I get? I got mugged, knifed, and even lost my verification key. It was a never-ending string of bad luck. No, fate does not wish to close the deal. Nothing I do will change that.
Oh. It seems he suddenly figured it all out.
I guess this is it. You already know what's really going on at Erickson. The choice is yours. Oh, yeah, Endman. I don't know why. Maybe my horoscope for today emphasized mercy and forgiveness, or maybe it's something else. But I suddenly feel a spike of sympathy for Alexander. I definitely don't want to end up like him. So I'll just focus on my share of work and keep myself safe. Should I fail to make ends meet, I guess I'll just move here and start over as your neighbor.
Hey! Just move here and start over? Please. Stop treating Valley 4 as your backup plan.
I was just joking. So I guess we won't be closing the deal today. I'll be heading back. Call me if you're still interested. I'm always available.
You're back. Made up your mind about our deal with Erickson Trading House? Supervisor Prulika said it was a rather complicated affair. So, who did you decide on? Huh? We dropped this company in round 1. Their bid is less than that of Erickson. Do you have other concerns? But who am I to question your decision? I have faith in your judgment, Endman. I'll tell the divisions in Bold to start the partnership process. Thanks a million.
Seems almost complete. This project might shape the future of Valley 4. Let's go and take a look, Endman.
But Crow said they're almost done with the geological probe.
The local crew seems to have run into some trouble. But I don't see Dean or Clavel around. Aren't they supposed to be leading the work? Let's talk to Mr. Crow and learn more about the situation.
Ah, my friends from Endfield. You're here.
We received your message and came to check on the geological probe's progress. But the entire worksite appears somewhat disorganized.
That's primarily because probe construction is just one step away from completion. However, we have yet to verify the parameter set and data samples of the surveillance unit. The entire crew is exhausted by the task.
What about Dean and Clavel?
They started arguing first. People got them to cool off before moving on with their jobs.
I knew it.
The two boys learned nothing from their experiences and made a fool of themselves. They deserve it.
Nevertheless, we should try to fix the problems with our surveillance unit.
Don't worry, Supervisor. If the siege gets out of control, I'll step in and get it fixed. But now, I don't intend to interfere or help them out of their mess.
So, you actually know how to get everything done. Then, why would you just sit around and let them mess things up?
I actually want to let them achieve spectacular success on their own. But look at them. Can they pull it off? My generation was built different. Some of us got back from the front lines to walk floors that had no materials. We ended up making our own equipment by taking parts of the lathe. This generation has a serious problem. They bicker and complain. They don't know how to work as a team. Worse, they strut around with a sense of useless pride. I would have taken care of this on my own if I were younger. I wouldn't even need two inept fools of apprentices to take care of this job.
The way you said that really sounds like a Sherifu we had in Tangian Hall.
But they'll be running Valley 4 one day. This disaster really changed me as well. Young people like you will be running the show. We even changed the U2 quarter. No matter how hard we try, I guess it's time to pass on the baton. Oh, what I meant by young people doesn't include you, Endman. You're a legend. However, the UWST needs promising youths to shoulder the burden of the United Syndicates.
I hope they will appreciate all the work you've put in for them.
Them? Appreciate my work? Well, just sit around. They'll be crying for help soon enough. They neglected too many details. The first activation of the probe will involve a certain degree of danger. But I didn't remind them this time.
Aren't you worried about accidents?
Don't worry. I won't risk this if human safety is involved. Since the admin is with us, we can afford to wait before giving them help. Let them have a taste of their mistakes and learn from it.
Fine. I understand what you're trying to do.
Counts as warm-up.
Together we made this victory.
Out of the back, my turn.
Mr. Dali.
Ah.
Wow, this actually looks super impressive. You two turned out to be pretty professional at this.
We wouldn't have been in that mess if we'd had proper samples.
What? You're the one who messed up the parameters.
I reminded you that the testing environment of the samples might change, and I could totally fix the parameter issues on my own.
And you're blaming me? I was the one who helped you churn out those parameters.
Well, you promised that you'd find some proper samples. In the end, it was my replacements that solved the crisis.
Why are you...
Hold on, what's happening? The geological probe isn't doing anything.
What? Let me see. What by Talos is wrong this time?
This isn't supposed to happen. It's strange. Why? How?
Endmen?
Enough! Both of you! Can't believe you're still asking others to take care of your problems!
Professor Crow, it wasn't like that.
Done explaining already, Dean? It's been years and you never bothered changing that unruly personality of yours. You're always rushing straight into things without thinking about the consequences. True, you might get rewarded and things work, but the losses are just as great. Consider yourself lucky if you only take property damage, because the way you do things has a chance of inflicting serious injuries. You can't bear the losses. No one can. You gotta learn how to smash the brakes before you actually hurt somebody.
You're right, Professor.
And you, don't just stand there and go.
I'm sorry.
There are times when Dean is actually right. You gotta take a bold step forward in scientific research. You can't make a progress by dancing around in circles. No one can predict what we'll be looking at in the future, and no one can solve everything with the same old ways. Be cautious when you need it, but when you need to be bold, do not hesitate. Windows of opportunity can disappear in an instant.
I've learned my lesson.
I appointed the two of you to lead the geological probe construction project because I want you to help each other out. You two should be covering for each other's deficiencies. Alone, you might slip, but together, you should be able to figure it out. I thought you learned something from the disaster. But what did I see? Boys who won't stop bickering, who go running off to the Endmen for help. This is the final stage, and you still want others to clean up your mess. How am I supposed to let you lead the reconstruction of Valley 4?
Professor Crow.
You're lucky. You still got me and the Endmen around to sort out your bloodied mistakes. But what about next time? If you run into another disaster of this scale, who are you going to turn to? I've submitted applications to assign you to the Originium power plant. You'll be taking over my job and that of old Daniels. No one will be around to help you, and you won't be getting any lessons from anyone.
Wait! Professor Crow, what about you?
We can't do without you, Professor Crow.
Just look at your sorry lot. How am I supposed to hand over the mission of rebuilding Valley 4? I only have 6 more years to go. Don't let me get you stirring up trouble again.
But... okay.
We'll make full use of these 6 years.
Follow me. There's still the final step for constructing the geological probe. The crew really worked hard for this. Don't keep them waiting.
Wow, it's moving.
The geological probe will constantly release various isotopes, sound waves, and penetrants underground. The data we gather will help scientists speed up the healing of the local ecology.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this place restored to its former glory. When we first arrived at the power plateau, the place was already in ruins.
That's a real shame. The plateau used to be a scenic location.
Don't worry. We'll do our best and make the plateau more beautiful than ever before.
With time, the land will slowly rejuvenate and remediate itself.
Mr. Crow, how do you think Valley 4 might change in the future?
How do I think? If these young people are in charge, the future looks bleak. But no matter what happens, it's the youths who'll be building the future. I myself want to see Valley 4 getting better. If the people in the valley live stable and secure lives, that'd be good enough for me.
Perhaps it won't be long before these young people start to impress you. Right, Professor?
I sure hope so. But the future of Talos-II... Now that will be decided by you, Enfielders.